What's that? You want to know what this is? Where you can get it? Oh, how much it is? And you also want some money off? Well, stick around and you can find out how. So this is called the Pixel Mug and it's from a company called Lecflow. Now you may have not heard of Lecflow before, so I'll just pop over to their website and I'll show you exactly what they do. So Lecflow do lots and lots of fantastic products. It's all kind of lighting based stuff. It's indoor lights, outdoor lights, all various RGB stuff. So if you get a chance, pop over to the website and see what else they've got. Something else might catch your eye, but you can see here the mug is there, currently priced at $129, and we've got other cool items as well. This is all the top seller stuff here. You've also got other options as well for outdoor lights for your garden and so on, and then indoor lights as well. So I also think they do things like you know, the backlights for your TV and stuff like that, to get that kind of ambilight, if you want to call it that, the effect of the lights at the back of the screen, the back of your TV, I should say, on the wall for that more immersive experience. And they've got other things like similar to other brands out there, which I won't name, but you get the idea of the products they do. So yeah, well worth a look if you jump onto their website. And a big shout out to the guys at Lecflow as well for reaching out and asking me to do this for them, this review. So very much appreciated. So what I'll do now is I'll jump into an unboxing video showing you exactly what you get in the packaging if you buy this, and then I'll go over all the features and show you what the mug can do, and hopefully I do cover everything because I'm still learning myself all the features of this mug. So yeah, and then at the end I'll give you my final thoughts on it, and if you stick around I'll also share a code with you for saving some money if you do fancy buying this. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, the packaging. Nice, clean, simple packaging, which I always like to see. Got a little picture on the side of the mug. Up top here, we've got a Pixel Mona Lisa. Don't ask me to make that. And on the side here, you can see that this normally goes for $129 in the States. On the back, we have a QR code for downloading the app at the bottom right corner here. And there's not really much else to it. So I'll just get my knife and we'll get this cracked open and see what's inside. Without taking my fingers off, of course. So as once you get that wrapping off, the box is quite snug. It's got a bit of a vacuum seal on it. Inside, some lovely packaging there, a nice foam cut out to the shape of the mug, so there's no risk of it getting smashed or rattling about in the box. So in here, let's see what we've got. We've got which looks like the charging cable and a plug, which is nice that they actually supply the plug. And we've also got instructions here as well. So the instructions just kind of goes over all basically all the features of the mug, the power button and so on, how to set up the app, how to charge it. But I'll cover all that anyway. So yeah, pretty simple little instruction booklet. Stick that to the side. Back to this, we have the charger. Now, like I showed you a minute ago, this is from the States, so I doubt it will be a UK plug. I think it'll just be a 2-pin plug. Can crack that open. I do have an adapter I can use this plug in, but I could just use the USB cable itself and plug that into something else I can charge it with. But if you're interested, it's a 10-watt charging power adapter. Again, it is good to see that they've supplied that. All part of the price. And then here we have the charging cable, which is a USB type A to USB type C. Quite a nice thick cable as well. Just put that packaging to the side. And the length of this cable is 1 meters. So yeah, but it's 1 meters from end to end. Also in the package we have the charging base, which is made of plastic, and you can see here the two little pogo pins that the mug will basically sit onto to charge, and I'll show you the bottom of the mug in a minute to show you the charging ring, but it's simple. Just plug in the USB Type-C cable to it and then use that power adapter or any other USB charging port that you've got somewhere. So the base is nice as well. It's got a big rubber foot on it to stop it from sliding about on the desk, which is ideal because you don't want that moving about if you've got hot drink in it. And then here it's, what's this? What's that called? An aroma piece, do not eat. Well, wouldn't fancy try eating that at all. And then here we have the mug itself inside this little plastic bag. And that actually looks quite nice right away, just first impressions of it when you take it out. Porcelain right enough. Nice clean and white. Nice big handle on it. The bottom here, you can see the charging rings I was talking about. And then here is a power switch. And up here, we've got something they're calling the air pressure balance hole. I'm not quite sure what that is. I can only assume that they don't want, I don't know, maybe condensation or something building up at the bottom of it with the heat. But to turn it on, you simply hold this button down for a few seconds. I think it's about 3 seconds, maybe 5, and you'll see some lights appearing. Now I need to apologise. No matter what I've tried, the camera just doesn't pick this up cleanly. So you just need to bear with me and trust me that it actually looks far better than in person. But yeah, just stick it on the dock and it charges it for you. You should see it kicking in, it boots up, and then we see these little charging symbols down below here. There's no time set yet because I've not hooked it up to the app, but you can see it charging. Now on to some of the features. You can just swipe this little touchpad down the bottom of the mug, and here it shows you the weather. Press it again, and then you hold it down for this little, it's almost like an animation thing. I'm not quite sure what it's meant to be, but the heart eventually breaks into loads of little bits and then falls down to the bottom. So I'm not actually quite sure what it's meant to do, but it looks nice. Oh, sorry, just some water on the desk. And here we've got a little game we can play as well, or what looks like a game. I don't know if you need to rotate the mug or anything to get this going, or do we just press the button? Yep, there you go, you press the button and all these little bits fall down. And I'm assuming every time you do this it's random. It's not the same kind of outcome. It's quite cool looking. So you hold it down to come out of this one, swipe along, and then we come to this. I'm not quite sure what this is meant to be. Nope, holding it. Oh, right, okay. So if you tilt the mug, you'll see that these actually move according to the way the mug tilts. Now I've seen other videos of this, and then it kind of shows you, almost looks like pixel water that sits at the bottom of the cup and sloshes around when you move it left and right, but this seems to be slightly different. It's maybe different firmware or software that's on it. Here we've got a game, and I'll come back to that later. I'm just going to pause this video just now just to talk about something. Now this screen here that you're seeing is the actual screen that you need to use for pairing the mug to the software. I've obviously already got mine paired because you can see the Wi-Fi signal on the mug. But just to let you know, when you're on this part of the mug, if you hold the bottom down for a few seconds, it will then go into pairing mode, and you'll see a little symbol where it's basically in pairing mode. But I just wanted to pause this because I realise I've missed this in the rest of the video. Now means it's paired, you can actually see that it's got the correct time on it as well. And this is back to that screen that shows you the battery level down the bottom. I think this is a screensaver, this screen's meant to be. And again, you hold this down and it doesn't do anything, so I'm not quite sure what that's meant to be as well, maybe another screensaver. So it's a little bit fiddly. That's the water temperature. And I'll show you that again later, how it actually works. But these are the basic things you get just now until you get into the app. Oh, so back to this. This is one of the games, and this is roulette. Just press the mug down the bottom and give it a few seconds to see if we win anything. Cherries, please. Anything? Orange, avocado. Nah. Just my luck. It's quite a cool feature though that they've got that built in. You can play again if you want. So just hold down to come back out of that. Swipe across, and again that's back to the screen for pairing. And that's the basics. Now what I'm going to do is just show you how this water temperature thing works. So 29 degrees, which is the temperature in my room, it's rather toasty in here just now with all the PC stuff and everything on. And I'm just putting some kind of hot water in, it's not too boiling. But you can see right away that the temperature's already creeping up, which is pretty impressive, so it's quite good. Like I say, my daughter would probably like this. She loves her tea, and it'd be good to know when the tea is just the right temperature. But I think that's a great wee feature, it's quite cool. You can see that little temperature gauge on the right hand side. I'm just wondering if it gets too hot, if it gives you a warning maybe. So to pair it, you basically go to a QR code, which will take you to this page. You click on download, and it should give you an APK. You might need to allow unknown sources, but just hit install, and the app should install. And click open when you're done. Just agree to some of this stuff, and then that's the app installed. Now just scroll to where it's installed, which is called Pixel Mug. Again, just agree to these little pop-ups. And here is where you need to put in your email address, and what it will do is send you a one-time passcode. So once you get that passcode in your email, just come back to this second screen, and then you can put the code in, and that's it. You're now into the app. So just click these permissions, allow everything. And then up top here you can hit add device. So then it looks to scan your Pixel mug, so just make sure you're close by your mug. To recognise the mug, click confirm, and then it gives you some little tips and guides of how to actually operate the mug. So it's showing you the touch location, but it's more like a swiping action I find works, or you touch and hold down in the middle of it. So there you go, that's the long press I'm talking about, and gets you into further screens. So then here we go, you're into the menu for doing your own customization. You can also go into the settings, and you can change the name of the mug if you want. Shows you the time zone that's currently set to on the app, so you want to change that to the UK, or where I stay, or wherever you guys live. Where is the UK? Where is it? Oh, London, sorry. I should be saying the UK, London. We can search for a city for weather forecast. So again, you need to pick the country. Am I being silly here? Yep, United Kingdom, and then search the city. Glasgow, where are you? Glasgow, am I blind? Why can't I see Glasgow? In fact, you just type a search thing up here and hit Glasgow. Is it going to find Glasgow? Nope, no Glasgow. Why not? Is it because it's not capital? Does it need to be capital? Glasgow, there we go. And you can change the brightness of the mug as well. If you'd rather it was dimmer or brighter, serial number and firmware down the bottom, and you can also change the temperature, whether it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. So down the bottom you've got some options of what you want to do is customization. So we can go into the gallery, and there's already some preset pixel art in there that you can click. And it's just a case of picking one, and then you should be able to send that to the mug. So you can see the mug on the right hand side now, so just click the send to mug button, and there you go, fires it right over to the mug. And go back and see what else we can have a wee look at. wee death guy. Only takes a couple of seconds to transfer over. It's quite nippy. Little sweaty emoji. Looks quite good. Again, apologise about the camera quality. It's funny how it's not picking up. It is much clearer when you're looking at it at home. What else have we got? Anything else that's funny down here? So up the top we've got animations as well. I'm not going to put the Michael Jackson one on, I'll pass, but you can see there's a Freddie Mercury one there. And again, my daughter would love that because she is a bit of a Queen fan. It's quite cool looking at. Little snowman for when it comes to Christmas time, when you're drinking your hot chocolate out of it. Anything else that's quite cool? Wee dancing Santa down the bottom as well. Again, that'll be ideal for Christmas for the hot chocolate and the marshmallows. It's pretty good, isn't it? My works, I think that's ones that you create on your own. So you can hit create work and you've got a pixel art. You can actually upload a picture and it will convert it to you, or you can use AI. But when I was trying the AI out, I thought it was a bit hit and miss. So it's best you actually draw your own thing. So I'll just attempt to write hello here, which is crap, but you get the idea. Or as I say, you can upload a picture and it actually converts it for you, which is quite cool. So we can see my attempt at hello on the mug there as well. Just discard that and back out. What else have we got? We've got text. So you've seen that at the start of the video. You can type in any text you want. So I'll just use the like and subscribe because that's what you need to do when you're watching this video. And you can choose your colours, or if you want it to be a rainbow colour, you can choose the font size, the direction that the text goes. So have I got that the right way around? Nope, got that the wrong way around. You want it to go from right to left, sorry. And then down the bottom you can also change the speed of it as well, so that's quite good. Is there anything else I need to show you? I think that's it. But yeah, plenty of fun to be had with all your own creations and naughty things, which is the kind of thing I would do. So my final thoughts on the mug. I think it's a fun thing. It's a great thing to give somebody as a gift if you've got any kind of people who appreciate tech and stuff like that. I already know who's going to steal this off me, and it's my daughter. She will definitely nick this from me. I was actually really surprised that this thing's actually made of porcelain. I thought it was maybe just going to be some kind of plastic thing, but it is indeed made of porcelain, which is nice to see. It is, I believe it's IP7 waterproof, meaning you can clean it, rinse it under the tap and stuff like that and get it clean. I wouldn't put it in the dishwasher. I think it's recommended not to put it in the dishwasher. I don't think it would last very well with that temperature and the steam and so on. And I think if I was cleaning it, I'd maybe try and avoid getting any water in that little hole. It doesn't say anything about it, but I think it's like a pressure hole. Not quite sure what that's for, but I wouldn't fancy water getting in there. Things I don't like about it, and I appreciate that it's a new product and it will probably get updated through time, but I found it a little bit tricky to get it set up. The instruction booklet tells you to like double tap and stuff like that, and I actually found that you have to hold the touch sensitive button on the front of the mug to actually enter some of the other menus within the mug itself. It's just a little thing, you know. But I dare say through time they'll update the instructions. Another thing I don't like is, as you can see, it's clearly for a lefty only if you want to show it to other people in the room. And you could actually have a bit of fun with it, you know, if you want to offend people in your office or whatever, or your family. I can imagine things you could write in this. But yeah, if you're a righty like I am, it's only you that'll see it. So I suppose it all depends on what you've got in the mug and who you're actually wanting to show it off. But yeah, it might have been nice if it was all the way around. Maybe in the future they'll bring out an updated one that can exactly do that. But I don't think there's anything else I don't like about it. I think it's great. The website, I'm just going to go over the website just to see if there's anything I've missed. So obviously keeps an eye on the temperature of the fluid that you're putting in. Some of the other videos that I've seen as well on the temperature, but sorry, not the temperature bit, but the weather bit, it showed you the outside temperature. You seen earlier on when I was showing you, it only showed you an indication of what the weather's like outside as in sunny, which it is here in Glasgow. Another thing I completely forgot to show you as well, this thing is music sensitive, so I'll need to test it later on to see if it actually works, but apparently there's a little pixelated like graphic equalizer when it listens to music, so I'll need to check that out. Totally missed that, so apologies Lecflow for missing that. Just checking if there's anything else I've missed. No, I think that's it. I think that's everything. Yeah, so if you're interested in this, Lecflow have kindly given me a code to share with you guys, and the code is BRISY, capital letters BRISY. I'll leave a link to their website down below, and feel free to use that code to save yourself a bit of cash. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. I quite enjoyed it. It's something completely different from all the computer stuff. And yeah, as always, like and subscribe. See you later.